Welcome to the Dragon 9 Media Podcast. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to help promote the channel. On our podcast today, Decoding Work, Episode 1, we will discuss the rapid advancements in AI technology that are reshaping jobs and skills. This podcast is your guide to understanding these changes and upskill yourself for success. The summary data for this podcast is based on a research paper created by this author to identify the top 100 high-demand subjects for training content. The project plan included data from 300 public websites, with relevant data synthesized into a market analysis report. The data included insights from governmental bodies, industry research, and educational platforms. Key findings indicate a surge in demand for digital and AI-related skills, with persistent needs in healthcare and skilled trades, and a growing emphasis on human-centric or power skills that complement technical expertise. This author has reviewed and edited the summary material for accuracy. Please let me know if you find any errors in the commentary provided. Let's first discuss the overarching trends caused by the upskilling imperative within the age of AI. It's not only about high-tech jobs, although those jobs are still in demand, but we also want to discuss the high demand in the core industries of healthcare, construction, manufacturing, energy, and much more. But the big news is, there's a significant increase in the need for human-centric capabilities, called power skills, that complement AI services. The changing skill set of a worker's core skills are expected to change an estimated 39% by 2030. That statistic alone should highlight the urgency to understand the drivers for these changes. And you can't discuss the rapid speed of change without also discussing AI, simply because it touches every aspect of our lives. Research shows that nearly all U.S. employees and C-suite leaders are familiar with AI tools, and employees seem to be using those tools more than the bosses know, embedding AI in their everyday workflows. The rapid pace of change also means significant occupational shifts for careers, and research suggests that 10% of the workforce might need to change careers by 2030. The biggest barrier to employees making this change is the lack of relevant skills. Although people see the need, they feel held back by their current skill set and are looking for more formal training to bridge the gap from their employer. But this feels different from past waves of automation, where the change was about manual tasks on an assembly line. Instead, AI is automating cognitive functions, tasks that in the past required human analysis or human decision-making. While this can lower skill barriers, with more people doing tasks with AI assistance, this also creates increased demand for higher-order skills, so it's a double-edged sword. This technological shift necessitates a new focus on the skills required, where deep technical AI skills are used by the engineering staff to build and manage core AI systems, but also human skills are used to complement AI with critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence, skills that AI can't easily do. That covers the overarching trends, but let's now discuss the key trends that influence jobs, skills, and training in the future of work. In the first trend, we see organizations grappling with the expertise gap, where an aging workforce nearing retirement are walking out the door. At the same time, the loss of existing expertise is compounded by new technology accelerating the cycle of innovation, forcing disruptions and adoption of new technical expertise. This makes knowledge transfer and the rapid development of new expertise critical. So, companies are being squeezed between losing valuable old knowledge while also forced to quickly integrate new knowledge. Training and change management and new operational models will be vital. Another trend, nudge tech, is an emerging category of AI tools designed to subtly guide or improve communication, but it requires a higher level of digital literacy from everyone involved. At the same time, AI is changing the dynamics of management, where employees prefer talking to AI chatbots rather than bosses for performance reviews because they see AI as more objective. These examples highlight the need for training on how humans can effectively integrate and interact with AI tools. Another trend is managing the ethical side of AI, which is critically important, starting with defining what is ethical AI use and then training staff on the AI ethics. Another trend, organizations are creating skills-based operating environments where the focus is on what people do, rather than rigid job titles. Companies implementing this approach are more likely to succeed because they create a personalized learning path for each employee and foster a culture of continuous learning and development. Skill gaps are now seen as the biggest barrier to business transformation, forcing the workplace to reinvent its relationship with learning and technology, and with it, a new way of thinking about work itself. Let's check in on what we have discussed so far. we discuss the overarching trends of the impact of AI in core industries, including worker skill sets and, as a byproduct, the human-centric skills that are increasing in value because AI is weak in these areas, but presents a clear opportunity for every worker to become AI and digital literate. In addition, we discuss the key trends in the future of work, where skills-based organizations will have a competitive advantage going forward, and we have a need for training to bridge the expertise gap by managing the transfer of knowledge from one generation to another. And finally, we discuss the skills gap as the single biggest barrier to business transformation, and adding more AI features and tools in the workplace without addressing these core problems with proper upskilling and reskilling training, starting with basic literacy in AI and digital skills for all workers. Now, let us discuss an overview of the top 15 high-demand categories of training subjects. These 15 categories include 40 of the top 100 subjects in the research paper this author used to create this video summary. 1. The first major category is the foundational power skills, sometimes called soft skills. These are core human-centric skills that focus on people, go beyond technical expertise, and are designed to ensure success. In a world where technology is changing fast, these skills are becoming more valuable because they are uniquely human. Adaptability and flexibility are essential power skills because they give you the ability to adjust quickly to change and new ways of working. It's being resilient and agile when things change. It's not about adapting to a new tool, but instead is a much deeper and cultivated mindset of continuous learning and being comfortable with a degree of uncertainty. Communication is another essential power skill, today even more so, because clear, effective communication, whether verbal, written, or digital etiquette, is critical for collaboration and interaction. Leadership roles require the ability to give and receive feedback constructively and to build relationships. While AI tools like nudge tech can assist, the human skill of nuanced and empathetic communications remains vital. And with AI handling more of the routine analysis, critical thinking and problem-solving become crucial for humans. Analytical thinking, another power skill, is a top skill people need for evaluating information objectively, using logical reasoning to interpret complex outputs from AI, or evaluating evidence and making sound decisions on complex problems. This higher-order thinking is essential for anyone in a complex role, such as managers, analysts, engineers, and strategists. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is a power skill that is increasing in importance for effective teamwork, for leadership, for customer relationships, especially when you're dealing with teams. Power skills also include self-awareness, sympathy, social skills, conflict resolution, and are key human differentiators. As AI takes on more of the purely analytical tasks, leadership and social influence will increase in importance and are needed by anyone who guides teams, influences outcomes, or rallies people around an idea. Old-fashioned interpersonal skills are the bedrock of effective relationships with colleagues, clients, patients, etc. Building trust and rapport is key. Digital literacy and general technology proficiency are essential skills and builds a foundation for all later learning because they depend on it. The goal is having a comfort level with computer software, cloud-based tools like Google Workspace or Microsoft 365, and collaboration platforms. A mindset for curiosity and lifelong learning ties all power skills together. You need internal self-motivation to seek out new knowledge, explore new ideas, and commit to continuous self-improvement. Power skills are in high demand for roles like project management, healthcare, managers, strategists, engineers, and analysts. Distributed teams using digital tools require communication, empathy, adaptability to work effectively across different locations and platforms. Customer service and engagement requires the human touch and is irreplaceable for building loyalty, handling complex issues, or dealing with sensitive or emotional situations. Even as AI chatbots handle basic queries, the human connection is key. 2. The second major category is AI and data science, because they are transformative technology driving massive productivity potential across all industries, and the skill gap is frequently cited as a barrier to adoption and growth. AI literacy is an essential skill, but it's not about becoming an AI engineer. Instead, it is about understanding AI at a basic level. What AI is, how it works, the ethical issues, and using it effectively to boost your productivity. AI can be a fantastic assistant for creativity, generating ideas, exploring possibilities, but the human ability to frame problems in new ways and combine disparate concepts into something unique or to exercise judgment. All these skills are key human differentiators and core drivers of competitive advantage. Then there's generative AI, which covers technical development and practical application. The technology of Gen AI is estimated to add $4 trillion in productivity globally. Training involves understanding the LLMs themselves, concepts and natural language processing for model training, and ethical considerations. And working with APIs across the various platforms, ChatGPT, Gemini, and other AI services. The fact that some of these models can pass major professional exams, such as the bar medical licensing exams, shows their capability and potential impact in many fields. The demand is broadening beyond tech firms rapidly, into financial services, healthcare, construction, and heavy industry. Then we have prompt engineering, a high-demand skill that is basically the key to getting useful, reliable results out of the powerful Gen AI tools. Designing effective prompts is knowing how to iterate and refine the request, and understanding the AI's behavior, learning how to provide context, the AI role, the specific task you need done, any requirements or constraints, and the precise format you want to output. Giving the AI the right instructions and the right guardrails are everything for getting productive results. It's becoming a critical skill for content creators, marketers, researchers, software developers, and data analysts. The specific job title might evolve or even fade, but the skill of communicating with AI is a fundamental digital competency for a range of roles. Data science and analytics continue to be important skills, even with AI in the mix. Extracting meaningful insights from data is critical for informed decisions and innovation across all industries. 3. The third category is cybersecurity, because the threat landscape is persistent and constantly evolving, and talent shortage is severe and well documented. It's a critical need for virtually every organization. There's a global talent shortage of 3.5 million cybersecurity jobs, with over 750,000 in the USA. 4. The fourth major category is cloud computing, because it's become the foundational infrastructure for modern IT operations, enabling everything else. Proficiency is essential across a vast number of tech roles. Platforms include Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google GCP Cloud Platform. As the backbone for modern IT infrastructure, they enable scalability, agility, and cost efficiency. These skills cover the different service models, core services like compute and storage, shared security model, and managing costs. Demand for serverless architecture, containerization technologies, such as Docker and Kubernetes, spans all industries as they migrate workloads to the cloud. 5. The fifth major category is software development, because even with AI assisting, the demand for skilled software developers to build, maintain, and innovate software applications remains pervasive and in high demand across all sectors. The skills required include many types of tools, technologies, and methodologies, multiple programming languages, and database vendors. GitHub Copilot skills, or developers integrating ChatGPT into the coding process, are changing how developers work day to day. It means developers need to be skilled in how to use AI-assisted coding tools effectively, requiring prompt engineering skills. So, AI is augmenting development, making engineers more productive. It requires developers to adapt and learn how to collaborate with AI tools. 6. DevOps. Engineering skills are crucial for development and operations, and very much in demand. Tasks include automating the software pipeline, continuous integration and deployment, and managing infrastructure as code with tools like Terraform or working with containers. 7. IT support and networking skills is a truly ubiquitous need, foundational for nearly all organizations across all industries and locations. CompTIA A+ certification is the industry standard for endpoint management and general tech support skills, covering the essential hardware, operating system, Windows, Mac, Linux software, troubleshooting, networking, and security fundamentals. 8. Healthcare professionals and support roles is one of the largest categories. It is driven by powerful demographic trends, leading to consistent high-volume demand. As the population ages, demand for healthcare services increases, which is reflected in the list of fastest-growing occupations. Nurse practitioners, or NPs, and physician assistants, or PAs, are right near the top, with NP projected as the #1 fastest-growing occupation overall at 46% growth and PA at 28.5%. The roles provide critical primary and specialty care, Medical and health services management show over 61,000 projected openings annually and a growth rate of 28.5% for managers identified with high adaptability, professionals who are critical for running hospitals, clinics, long-term care, and other healthcare facilities efficiently and effectively. Physical and occupational therapy assistants also seem to be seeing fast growth. They are physical therapist assistants, or PTA, projected at 25.4% growth, and occupational therapy assistant, or OTA, at 22.3%. These are important support roles working under therapists to help patients recover from injuries or illnesses and regain skills for daily living and working. Mental health and social work are vital, with growing awareness and a need for support in those areas. Projected 18.8% growth for substance abuse, behavioral disorder, and mental health counselors. Healthcare social workers, the ones who help patients and their families navigate the healthcare system and cope with illness, show 9.7% growth with nearly 19,000 openings projected annually. Speech-language pathology has strong growth of 8.4%. Speech-language pathologists, or SLPs, help individuals with communication disorders, such as speech and sound issues, language delays, stuttering, and swallowing disorders. Medical coding is essential for billing and reimbursement, translating diagnoses and procedures into standardized codes. Health Information Technology, or HITE, is about managing patient health data securely and effectively, especially within electronic health record EHR systems. 9. Hands-on skilled trades include many industries, such as energy, manufacturing, and medical. Energy has wind and solar technician demand, but the energy industry is starting a major expansion to include an all-the-above strategy for all types of energy generation, distribution, and processing projects. 10. Project management itself is in high demand because so much work across industries is now structured and executed as projects. The BLS shows high growth, and the Project Management Institute, PMI, projects a global need for 25 million new project professionals by 2030. There are actively evolving standards, even incorporating guidance on using AI in project management. Now they emphasize the talent triangle of skills: technical project management, leadership, and strategic and business management. Demand is high across sectors of construction, healthcare, finance, and consulting. Product management is a key role in the digital economy, guiding the success of products or services. The role sits at the intersection of strategy, development, and user experience. Very high demand in tech companies, such as e-commerce. Fintech media skills include market research, product roadmaps, and work in agile development, analyzing product data, and understanding user needs. Specialized roles merge skills such as AI product manager. 11. Business analysis bridges the gap between the business needs and what technology can deliver, defining requirements, analyzing business processes, and engaging effectively with stakeholders. 12. Financial operations analysis and compliance remains critical for evaluating investments, managing risk, and ensuring financial stability. The Chartered Financial Analyst is widely seen as the gold standard certification for investment analysis professionals. It covers areas like quantitative methods, financial statement analysis, economics, and different investment tools. 13. Supply chain management is all about operational efficiency, managing costs, and ultimately ensuring customer satisfaction by getting goods and services where they need to be, when they need to be there. 14. Human resources and talent development are vital for organizations to attract, retain, and develop their workforce, especially with these changing skill needs. HR is increasingly seen as a strategic partner in organizations. Talent development professionals, sometimes called learning and development specialists, focus on designing effective training programs using instructional design models. They also need skills in evaluating training effectiveness and leveraging learning technologies from learning management systems to virtual classrooms and e-learning authoring tools. Leadership development offers programs focused on building leadership skills, such as self-awareness, effective communication, influence, coaching skills, strategic thinking, and learning agility. 15. Industrial construction and maintenance trades. Manufacturing industrial machinery mechanics are keeping factories running with a projected 17.2% growth and over 73,000 openings projected annually. This completes our review of the skills training required for jobs in high demand. In this interconnected world, AI is weaving its way through our core industries, our daily personal life, and creating new industries. At the same time, we realize that human-centric skills are becoming more valuable and the essential layer for technical roles to be effective. While technology enables better healthcare delivery, efficient supply chains, and robotics manufacturing, it is successful only when linked together in a complex ecosystem of human skills. We are talking about a moonshot task, retraining the entire workforce, upcoming and existing, starting with basic digital and AI literacy, and the human-centric interpersonal power skills as the foundation. All other vocational and core industry training are then added to that foundation. I hope this video helps with the conversation about how we can accomplish these goals. Thank you for watching! If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe and click the like button to help promote it to others. Our plan is to create many different learning tracks, with podcasts, articles, and other supporting materials to support your learning journey.